KT7 up here. Today, I will review and showcase Ashen Oldoa. She is a 100 cost physical tank with the damage reduction aura effect. Her kit is very simple yet very effective. As usual, these are the items we will go over today. Let's get started. Ashen Oldoa is a 100 cost physical tank in the ice element. She is in the staff black mage group with devout and scholar as her sub-jobs. She can equip staff, cloths, and hats. Her TMR is an accessory. The stats are HP 440, defense 12, agility 4, and crit evasion 6. The ability is a self-buff, gives the user 25 defense, elemental chain resistance 30, and lower target's defense penetration 20 upon hit for 3 turns. The ability is quite good and it has 4 agility on it. Could be useful if the map allows a third buff. Let's skip her stats for now. I will go over those on the next slide. Oldoa can equip staff, cloth, and hats. Her weapon type resistances are 20 to slash, and magic, 25 to strike, neutral to pierce, and has a -5 to missile. These are super good, especially 20 to magic. Her ailment resistances are 50 to sleep, and charm. And 10 to confusion. She is no pushover against young Helena. I have her at 97 faith to maximize healing and chance to land status. But she will be more prone to status ailments. Next up is a stat comparison with Dario. Their stats are very similar, top tier HP and low magic. But Oldoa is slower and cannot increase her movement. Both have top tier tank stats, can't go wrong. Moving on to her master ability and 140 upgrades. Her master ability gives her debuff reduction 15 and healing power 15. At level 140, she get unit resistance 15, elemental chain resistance 30, and upgrade to her select 2 attack to include 30% damage absorption. Next, let's look at her new staff. The general ability is healing power 15. For all water and ice units, they also get AoE resistance 8 and magic penetration 20. I highly recommend the aim type. I want to mention, Pod 042 also has 8 AoE resistance, and it has 5 agility. It could work for her should you need her faster. Moving on to her support abilities. Number 1 gives her max HP 12%, 8 up 5, unit resistance 12, and 50% HP auto heal back when her health drops below half. Support number 2 reduces physical damage taken by 10% and raise her strike resistance by 12. That's total of 37 strike resistance. These two are her best support abilities in my opinion. Her main job reaction has a 20% chance to proc, reduce all incoming damage by 30%. Next, her LB. It is a cross-shape AoE attack, can hit up to range 3. Before damage, dispel all buffs from the targets, then deals large damage, absorb 30% of the damage dealt. And increase her resistance to all attack types by 15 for the next 3 turns. This is often her first attack if she is in range. It is great to have dispel for a tank, they are often the first unit to attack. Now her buffing abilities. Her highest priority buff is her aura ability. Gives Oldoa a 3 times 50% all damage barrier and increase her hate by 8. Just like other aura abilities, the duration is 4 turns, the coverage area is range of 4 and range height of 1. For allies inside the aura, reduces physical damage by 40%, nullifies CT down, and gives all units re-raise removal upon hit. Re-raise removal and nullify CT down are huge, great way to deal with the black mage team and A2. Also, nullify CT down can help against Alaya. Her second priority buff is her courage. Also gives her AoE resistance 20, protect and shell for 3 turns. Plus 30% damage absorbed while courage is active. Another great buff, she can bring her own AoE resistance. One note, if she has a group buff turned on, she will use that first. Let's move over to her attacks. The first ability on the list is an AoE attack in a square shape, can hit up to range of 3. A sure hit that deals medium damage, and lower target's spirit by 30 for 3 turns. However, it does have a cast time of 360. The second attack on the list is a select 2-unit attack. This is the one that got the 140 upgrades. It has a range of 3, deals large damage, and absorb 30% damage. It also lower target's damage output by 15% and has a 25% chance to inflict confusion, all for 3 turns. This is the attack she likes to spam. It is very annoying if you don't have confusion resistance. The third attack is her low AP ability. A unit attack with a range of 2. Deal small damage and increase her own defense and spirit by 20 for 3 turns. Also restore 20% of her max HP if she KOs the target. This is a great finishing move, recovering health and upping her defenses. The last attack from her main job is a cross-shape AoE attack, can hit up to 3 panels away. Breaks target's magic barrier, then deals medium damage, and lower their agility 20% for 3 turns. She has a lot of utilities from her main job, a very solid kit. Now let's look at what her sub-jobs have to offer. First, her main job sub. The first ability is a cross-shape group buff. Increase the group's max HP by 25%. Also ice and wind resistance up by 25. Oldoa can reach 100 wind resistance with this buff if she has Snow's VC and the Ice Ring. The second ability is a unit attack with range of 3. Deals medium damage, and has a 25% chance to charm your target for 3 turns. Also lower the target's AoE resistance by 30 when charm is in effect. Let's move on to her devout sub. The support ability is Devout Intuition, increase her defense and spirit by 15, but lower magic attack by 8. The reaction ability is Counter Cure, 20% chance to restore 20% of HP after taking damage. The two notable abilities are Cura and Teaching of the Ice. She can heal if you choose to, but Devout is only good for the Counter Cure reaction. Next up, Scholar. The support abilities are Scholarly Intuition and Knowledge Reserves. Scholarly Intuition gives her 12 defense and 20 accuracy. Knowledge Reserves lower all casting time by 200. The reaction ability is Reactive Force, 30% chance to counter attack. She gets Law of Geoabsorption, a magic-based strike attack and a large AoE. It could be good, but this has a long casting time. The other notable ability is Law of Speed Reading, however it also has a cast time. Scholar is slightly better than Devout with Geoabsorption, but still not very useful. I recommend sticking with her main job sub for the charm chance. That's her whole kit, very straightforward. Her main job is just amazing, it has everything that she needs. Let's move on to her vision card. It has what I call the new form of AoE resistance. It is a 60 cost VC that supports Greatsword, Bow, Staff Black Mage and Book. The stats are HP 420, Magic 132, and 2 Agility. The party abilities are Max HP 30%, Reduce AoE damage based on size, up to 16, and Elemental Chain Resistance 30. The bestowed effects are Max HP 10% and Nullify CT down. The Holo party ability for quest content is Crit Damage up 25. The VC Mastery are Magic 5% and increase the magic damage cap by 500. This magic damage cap increase is great for ranked PvE content. I think the biggest selling point of this card is the AoE damage reduction. This type of effect has become a new form of AoE resistance. It cannot be imperiled, and perfect for the Guild Battle Reserve system. It will be a main slot card when the system comes back in May. However, the damage reduction will only be 4 if this card is in the sub slot. This damage reduction stacks with the normal AoE resistance and any active damage reduction buff. Next up, equipments, Espers, and Truststone. The best weapon for her is the new staff. Pod 042 is also a great choice for higher agility. In the second slot, I like Survival Vest the most. In the TMR slot, give her agility or a unit attack buff. Espers are the typical tank ones. Dark Golem is the best, it can give her wind and lightning resistance plus human resistance. But if you want to give her more damage, regular Bahamut and Dark Ramu are great choices. For her Trust Stones, all the abilities are listed here with the equipment showing below. On the left, Vital, Shield and Barrier are all good. Be sure to give her the ailment resistance that are in the meta. On the right, Agility is my choice. The most important one is the attack skill casting time down, it can help her to pump out her sure hit attack faster. Alright, next up, sample teams. The first team I am featuring is the full Black Mage team with young Helena and Vivi. This is the pinnacle of the Black Mage group. Two of the best DPS in Helena and Vivi teamed up with the best tank in the game. In the CM just ended, a 230 cost Black Mage team with Helena and Miche were everywhere. Toad is no joke. Oldoa is on her main job sub. Equipped with both of her main job support abilities and counter heal from Devout. Her damage is not very impressive in this build, but resistances are great. Starting out at 69 unit resistance with no way to increase it. And her AoE resistance starts at 42 and her active buff can push it to 62. All 6 of the vision cards here support all the units on the screen. Her new VC is here as a sub-card. The AoE damage reduction is only 4, but retain 24% of max HP. This is a very noticeable bonus. I recommend to put this card on the main slot when the reserve system arrives. I did not pull for her VC, so you can see I have Oldoa holds 2 agility cards. The Hio card is actually a very good VC for her. It can give the group 10 magic resistance from the sub slot. And Vivi is holding the Master Coral. It can give the group 6 more unit resistance. The second team is mixed katana with Dario and Helena. This team is all about bulk and sustain. Dario can heal with his triple drain, Oldoa can absorb HP, and Helena can heal with her LB. You are likely to outlast your opponents. This is a very effective team. The 2 tanks protect each other with their auras, and Helena has a 40% damage reduction against all attacks. Since there is only 1 DPS unit, fights could last a bit longer. You can also switch out Dario for another DPS unit such as Fire Oberon. Personally, I prefer the full Black Mage team over this one, but both teams are very hard to take down. Dwayne's VC can be placed in the sub slot on Oldoa to give the group more AoE resistance. The last team I have prepared is Mono Ice with A2 and Jaden. I put Jaden here because he has a 25 unit resistance group buff, and A2 conceal barrier breaks. Howlett works just as well, but I am tired of him. The VCs are the usual Ice setup. The Trembling Heart, the one with the blue recycle icon, has skill activation time reduction from the bestowed effect. It can help Oldoa. Ice is still very strong in the current meta. Oldoa and A2 work very well together. Oldoa's aura effect can seal re-raise removal, and A2 can seal barrier breaks. Let's quickly look at her weapon group VCs and some crossovers. Both Katana and Mace share AoE and agility cards with Black Mage. I have put a Black Mage mixed with Mace team on the screen here. Sword Warrior has agility and unit resistance, but I don't think this crossover is ready yet. Now my final thoughts on Ashen Oldoa. She is the best tank in the game. Her kit is very straightforward, and has everything. 40% physical damage reduction aura for teammates, grants them seal re-raise removal on hit, and nullifies CT down. She has courage, HP auto heal back and damage absorption. The list just goes on and on. Her aura works so well with her best teammates or any unit that has re-raise. She can take physical damage super well, especially against unit attack and strike attacks. Even though she is a physical tank, she can take magic damage quite well. There really isn't much to say about her. She is just awesome and the best tank. I don't care what or who is coming next, I am recommending her to everyone. Her VC is in the higher tier as well. It has max HP and AoE damage reduction for the party. It is not limited, and it is not a must-have at the moment. It is a good card to have when the reserve system arrives. Now let's go to sample matches. The first match of the day is full Black Mage against Strike 3.0. Oldoa's first action, her aura buff, grants herself a 3x 50% all damage barrier and hate up 8. And 4 turns aura effect. For allies inside the aura, reduce physical damage taken by 40%. Nullify CT down and remove re-raise on hit. Second action, cast her sure hit attack. Deals medium damage and lower target's spirit by 30 for 3 turns. Her health dropped below half, thus triggering her 50% auto healback. This is her LB. Before damage, dispel all buffs from targets. Deals large damage, absorb 30% of damage, and raises her resistance to all attack types by 15 for 3 turns. Finally, she uses her sure hit to finish off 2P. The second match of the day is against Mono Fire with Folk and Soul. Folk is a tough matchup, but Soul isn't that strong against magic. My Folk 140 showcase will be available as soon as he is announced in Global. Oldoa always starts off with her aura buff. In both of these matches, my Oldoa is too slow to cast a second buff. But that's fine. She is using her LB to start off the fight, which is great. It has General Dispel and increase her attack type resistances. This is her select 2-unit attack. Deals large damage, absorb 30% of damage, lower target's damage output by 15% for 3 turns, and 25% chance to cause confusion. She is now spamming her select 2 attack. This is her sure hit AoE attack. Medium damage and spirit down 30 for 3 turns. This is her select 2 attack again. I don't know why I always catch confusion when I fight Oldoa, but I can never land it when I use her. I am going to speed things up. This is just my team trying to take out Folk. He is one tough unit. I think he is at his best on a full spear team. Mono Fire is just okay. Next up, Katana plus Black Mage against Mono Wind. You will see a ton of healing, but relying on just one DPS unit is not ideal. Dario's magic damage reduction aura is online. Now Oldoa's physical damage aura. All allies within the aura has the seal re-raise remove on hit effect and nullifies CT down. Finally, we get a chance to see her courage buff. Also, for 3 turns, AoE resistance up 20, protect and chill. Plus absorb 30% of damage when courage is active. This is her other AoE attack. Before damage, breaks magic barriers, then deals medium damage, and lower target's agility by 20% for 3 turns. This also has a casting time of 360. Here comes the tank heal tank action. Then Helena uses her LB, and heal the group again. Now LB from Oldoa, and she recovered another 2k HP. Dario is spamming triple drain and heal himself back up to almost full health. As I said earlier, having only 1 DPS really drags out the fight. But the amount of healing from this team is just too much. This is her main job sub-attack. Medium damage, 25% chance to charm, and lower target's AoE resistance by 30 while charmed. Then she uses her select 2, almost take out Glaciela. Finally, Dario uses his summon to end the match. I have a few more matches to show, 2 with Mono Ice, the other featuring Miche. The Miche team is a cost 230 team, could be useful in limited cost PvP. By now, we should know what the global 4th year unit is, hopefully it's a good one. That's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, have a good one.
さあ楽しませてくれよ。感謝ですよ。今こそ真の策をご覧に入れましょう。私が皆の希望ならここで立ち止まることはできない。今こそ真の策をご覧に入れましょう。
すぐに壊れないですよ。
そろそろ決めるか。
お助けします。
助かりました。真の本気を見せますか。すべての魔力。
邪魔だ。
邪魔です。失望させろ。
あなたの終わりだ。
真の本気を見せますか。
行きますわ。
何？
私を満足させてみろ。来い、遊んでやる。
やらせてみんなだ。クリスタルの加護。
共に行きましょう。
ありがとう。
魔力よ駆け巡れ。くらえ。これで終わりか。あなた方はここで倒れるまで行きましょう。助かりました。
邪魔な能力はほど解除されこんわ。
さて、呪われの開幕だ。今の真の策をご覧に入れましょう。やれるのか、私に。
早く終わらせてくれよ。
もっと力を。
全力で行きますわ。
私が始末する。
倒れろ。
君はもっと
お助けします。
感謝ですよ。
魔力よ駆け巡れ。
真の本気を見せますか。我が糧とな